Hello and good day. Welcome back to our class. This is teacher Onen Guzman and our topic for today is solving quadratic equations by factoring. Some quadratic equations can be solved easily by factoring. To solve such quadratic equations, the following procedures can be followed, but not all at times. So number one is transform the quadratic equation into standard form if necessary. Number two, factor the quadratic expression. Number three, apply the zero product property by setting each factor of the quadratic expression equal to zero. If we will recall, the zero product property is if the product of two real numbers is zero, then either of the two is equal to zero or both numbers are equal to zero. So number four is solve each resulting equation. And finally, check if the values of the variable obtained by substituting each in the original equation. So let's consider problem number one. Solve x squared plus 6x is equal to negative 8 by factoring. So the first thing that we will do is to transform the quadratic equation into standard form. So in order to transform this into standard form, I'll add both sides of the equation by 8. So it will result to x squared plus 6x plus 8 is equal to 0. So right hand side is equal now to 0. Next one is to factor the quadratic expression. Now, so take note that 8 is the product. So what will I do is to look for the factors of 8. And I want to have a sum of 6. So let's consider first the factors of 8 as 1 and 8 because 1 times 8 is equal to 8. However, if we will get the sum, 1 plus 8 is equal to 9. So these are not the factors we're looking for. Okay? Next, if I consider, okay, negative 1 and negative 8, it will result to negative 1 plus negative 8, it will result to negative 9. Again, these are the factors that we are not looking for. Next, what are the other factors of 8? So I had 2 and 4. So take note 2 times 4 is equal to 8 and 2 plus 4 is equal to 6. So these are the factors that I'm looking for. So therefore, we can say that the factors of x squared plus 6x plus 8 is equal to 0 are the following. So x plus 4, yun, here, and x plus 2 is equal to 0. So next is equate each factor to 0, then solve. So I have here x plus 4 is equal to 0. So it means that x plus 4, so to maintain equality, subtract for both sides of the equation. So x now is equal to negative 4. On the other hand, x plus 2 equals 0. So I'll add both sides of the equation by negative 2 to eliminate positive 2 here. So x is equal to negative 2. Alright, so let's move on to the next step. So that is check the values. So we will use the value of x, which is equal to negative 4. This is the one that we got a while ago. We will substitute this to the original equation. X squared plus 6x is equal to negative 8. So it means that all x's will be substituted by negative 4. By doing so, we have here x squared. So it means that is negative 4 squared plus 6 times negative 4 is it equal to negative 8. So take note that negative 4 squared is equal to 16 plus 6 times negative 4, it means negative 4. Is it equal to negative 8? So 16 minus negative 24, so it will result to negative 8 is equal to negative 8. So we get it correctly. On the other hand, if we will substitute that x is equal to negative 2, So to the equation x squared plus 6x is equal to negative 8. Again, so x squared plus 6x is equal to negative 8. All x's will become negative 2. So we have now negative 2 squared plus 6 times negative 2 is it equal to negative 8. Okay, simplifying it further, negative 2 times negative 2 will give us 4 minus 12 is it equal to negative 8. So we have negative 8 is equal to negative 8. So therefore, we can say that, okay, x is equal to negative 4 or x is equal to negative 2. So let's consider problem number 2. So that is solve x squared plus 7x is equal to 0 by factoring. So sometimes we may omit some steps on solving factoring. Depends on our need. So here we will go directly to factoring x squared plus 7x is equal to 0. Note that we have only two terms, okay, on the left hand side. So what do we mean by that? So I have here x squared plus 7x is equal to 0. So just simply write here 0 on the right hand side and get the factors of x squared and 7x. And take note that the common factor is x using the greatest common factor. So since the common factor is x, it means that x squared divided by x is x only. Then we have 7x divided by x is plus 7. So therefore, we can say that x times x plus 7 is equal to 0. So these are the factors of the given equation. Next, we will equate now each factor to 0, then solve. So at first we have here, we can say that x is equal to 0. On the other hand, x plus 7 is equal to 0. So that is why we have here x is equal to 0. So we found out right away that the value of x is equal to 0. The next one is x plus 7 equals 0. So take note that to maintain equality, I subtract both sides of the equation by 7. So 7 minus 7 will give us 0. So therefore, x is equal to 0 minus 7. So x is equal to negative 7. Next, let's check whether the values class will satisfy the given equation. So if x is equal to 0, so naturally all x's will become 0. So you have 0 squared plus 7 times 0 is equal to 0. On the other hand, okay, if x is equal to 7, so again, take note that all x's will become 0. So we have here, okay, uh, again, so all x's will become negative 7. So we have negative 7 squared plus 7 times negative 7. So take note that 7 negative 7 squared is 49. Positive 7 times negative 7 is equal to negative 49. So therefore, this will become 0 equals 0. So therefore, we can say that the values of x is equal to 0 or x is equal to negative 7 satisfy the given equation. So let's consider problem number 4. So solve x squared minus 2x is equal to 15 by factoring. So again, so we'll start to transform the quadratic equation x squared minus 2x is equal to 15 into standard form by subtracting both sides of the equation by 15. So if I subtract both sides of the equation by 15, so it will come up with this equation. So we have here x squared minus 2x minus 15 is equal to 0. The next one is to find the factors of the quadratic expression. So take note that I have a product of negative 15 and I want to have a sum of negative 2. Okay, so since the product is negative, so one of the factors is negative. So if I have positive 1, negative 15, okay, the sum is negative 40. On the other hand, if I'll consider negative 1 times positive 15, the sum is equal to positive 14. Again, these are the factors or the sum that we are not looking for. Okay, right. So let's move on to what else? Okay, positive 3, negative 5. So 3 minus 5, so we have negative 2. So exactly, this is the sum that we are looking for. So therefore, we can say that, okay, the factors of the quadratic equation is equal to x minus 5 and x plus 3. So this is equal to 0. Now that we found out the factors of the quadratic expression, so the next thing that we will do is equate each factor to 0, then solve. So if I have x minus 5 equals 0, so add both sides of the equation by 5. So I have now x is equal to 5. On the other hand, if I have x plus 3 equals 0, so subtracting both sides of the equation by 3, so I come up with x is equal to 3. Okay, so the next step is we will check the values whether the values will satisfy the given equation. So if x is equal to 5, so substitute that to the given equation such that all x's will become 5. So we have 5 squared minus 2 times 5 is it equal to 15. But 5 squared will give us 25. Then we have negative 2 times 5 will give us 10. Is it equal to 15? So truly, 15 equals 15. Okay? Next, if x is equal to negative 3, so we have here x squared minus 2x equals 15. Substituting the value of x is equal to negative 3. So we'll come up with negative 3 squared is equal to 9. Negative 2 times negative 3 will give us positive 6. So we have here 9 plus 6 is equal to 15. So truly, 15 equals 15. So therefore, we can say that x is equal to 5 or x is equal to negative 3. If you have time, you can answer these practice exercises and comment your answer on the description below. So again, this is Teacher Oni de Guzman. Do not forget to subscribe to my channel so that you will be notified about my new videos. Thank you.